The glass walls of Meridian Global Systems reflected the Manhattan skyline like a mirror made of light and ambition. At its center stood Nathan Carter, a man who had built an empire from sleepless nights, ruthless precision, and an unshakable belief that he could never lose. But that night, everything he believed in shattered. It started with a single red alert blinking on his monitor, then another, and another. Within seconds, every screen in his office filled with cascading errors, data breaches, deleted accounts, financial losses. The system was collapsing from the inside. The empire he'd spent 15 years constructing was disintegrating in real time. Nathan slammed his fist on the mahogany desk, breath quickening. No, this can't be happening. The merger he was supposed to sign at dawn, worth $12 billion, was slipping through his fingers. Every minute cost him millions. Outside the floor-to-ceiling windows, New York glowed, indifferent to his despair. The city never stopped. It simply watched men like him rise and fall. He dismissed the team hours ago, unable to face their frightened eyes. He wanted silence. But then he heard footsteps in the hallway, soft, steady, and followed by the faint squeak of wheels. He looked up and froze. A woman in a blue janitorial uniform was pushing a cleaning cart down the corridor. She stopped at his office door, startled to find him still there. Her light brown hair was tied back neatly. Her eyes, clear, piercing gray, met his with quiet curiosity. Nathan forced a bitter laugh. "Don't worry, you're not interrupting. Just watching 15 years of my life burn." She hesitated, then knocked gently on the glass. "Are you okay, sir?" Her voice carried a soft accent. "Spanish, maybe." "Define okay," Nathan muttered. "My company just died in front of me." Her gaze flicked to the monitors. "That's a cyber attack," she said calmly. He turned toward her, stunned. "Excuse me." She nodded slightly. "I used to work in cybersecurity. Before life happened. May I take a look?" Nathan blinked. The woman mopping his floors was asking to handle a crisis his own engineers couldn't fix. He wanted to laugh, but there was something in her eyes. Not arrogance, certainty. He stepped aside. "Knock yourself out." She sat, fingers flying across the keyboard with the kind of confidence born of obsession. Her name tag caught the light, Lucy Rivera. Within moments, she was accessing hidden directories Nathan didn't even know existed. "Who are you?" he whispered. "Someone who refuses to let things die before trying to save them," she replied without looking up. "Your backup servers, are they linked to your mainframe?" "No." "Good. That's your miracle." She began typing commands faster. Lines of code streamed by. The chaos on the screen slowly shifted, some directories reappearing, some data returning. For the first time that night, hope flickered in Nathan's chest. Lucy's expression stayed focused. "I'll need full access." Nathan hesitated, then handed her his master key card. "You've got it. Don't make me regret this." She glanced up briefly. "I won't. But when this works, don't forget who was here." That hint of confidence made him smirk despite everything. "Deal." Together they descended to the sub-basement, the server room Nathan once called the heart of Meridian Global. Cold air greeted them, humming with electricity. Lucy's eyes scanned the maze of machines. "We're bringing it back to life," she said. "But I need silence and 6 hours." "Done," Nathan replied. For once, he wasn't the one giving orders. As she worked, he watched her steady, unflinching, tireless. Every keystroke echoed like a heartbeat against the walls. Hours slipped by. Coffee turned cold. When the clock neared 3 a.m., something shifted. The red alerts on the monitors flickered and vanished. Directories restored. Systems rebooting. "Wait," Nathan breathed. "Is this real?" Lucy smiled faintly. "Your empire's breathing again, Mr. Carter. Just needed a little CPR." Nathan let out a shaky laugh, half disbelief, half relief. "How do I even thank you, don't?" she said. "Just fix what's broken outside the system, too." When dawn spilled through the vents, the network flashed a single message: "System restored successfully." Nathan stared at it, silent. Lucy leaned back, exhaustion and pride mingling in her eyes. "Congratulations," she said softly. "You're alive again." He turned to her. "No, we are." As the first employees arrived that morning, they found their CEO sitting beside a woman in a janitor's uniform, both sipping coffee like old friends amid glowing screens. They didn't know that she had just saved the entire company or that she'd just changed the course of his life forever. Do you believe people can appear in our lives at the exact moment we need them most? The following morning, the atmosphere inside Meridian Global Systems was unlike anything Nathan Carter had ever felt. Employees whispered as he walked past, unsure what had happened during the night, but aware that something monumental had changed. The servers were alive again. The data restored, the company saved, and it all came down to a woman who'd once been invisible to everyone there. Lucy Rivera. Nathan gathered his senior staff in the boardroom, sunlight filtering through the glass walls as he spoke. "I want to introduce someone," he said, his voice steady, but carrying a weight that made everyone listen. "This is Lucy Rivera. Without her, none of this would exist right now." The team stared in stunned silence. The new head of cybersecurity was wearing the same blue uniform from last night. Her eyes lowered, her hands clasped together. Ryan Campbell, the company's chief technology officer, crossed his arms. "You're saying the janitor fixed what an entire department couldn't?" Nathan met his gaze without blinking. "That's exactly what I'm saying. Starting today, Lucy will lead a new cybersecurity division. She answers directly to me." The murmurs around the room grew. Ryan's jaw tightened, but he didn't argue, not in front of everyone. After the meeting, he caught up with Nathan in the hallway. "This is a mistake," he said sharply. "You're trusting someone you barely know." Nathan turned slowly. "I know what I saw, and I know results when I see them. She's earned this." He walked away before Ryan could respond. That afternoon, Lucy returned to the building, not as a cleaner, but as an engineer. Her new badge gleamed as the elevator doors closed behind her. The same people who used to ignore her now stepped aside when she passed. But despite her calm expression, she felt a quiet pressure settle over her shoulders. Everyone was watching, waiting for her to fail. Nathan met her at the top floor, smiling. "Ready for round 2, she nodded. "Always." He led her through the glass corridors to a smaller room adjacent to his office, her new workspace. "Everything you need is here," he said. "And Lucy, thank you again." Her eyes softened. "You don't need to thank me. Just don't lose faith when things get hard." He smiled faintly. "I've already learned that from you." Days turned into weeks. Lucy rebuilt Meridian's digital infrastructure from the ground up. She implemented new protocols, encrypted systems, and trained a small, loyal team. The company's recovery became headline news. Investors returned. Clients praised their resilience. Yet beneath the success, something felt wrong. Strange activity began appearing in the logs, unexplained pings, encrypted transmissions to external servers. Someone was still inside. One evening, long after the offices had emptied, Lucy stayed behind reviewing old access data. Nathan stopped by, still in his suit, carrying 2 cups of coffee. "I figured you'd still be here," he said. She accepted the cup gratefully. "Something's off," she murmured, pointing at the screen. "These signatures match the ones from the attack. But they're coming from inside our network now." Nathan's expression hardened. "You mean someone in the company is behind it?" "I can't prove it yet," she said. "But whoever it is, they know this system too well." The next day, she discreetly began tracing the intrusions. Every lead vanished behind proxy routes and falsified credentials. But one pattern stood out: a device that logged in late at night under administrative clearance. When she cross-referenced the timestamps, one name surfaced again and again. Ryan Campbell. Her pulse quickened. She'd suspected his hostility ran deeper than jealousy, but this was proof. That night, Lucy walked into Nathan's office holding a flash drive. "We need to talk," she said. He could tell from her tone this wasn't about code. She plugged the drive into his computer, and the logs filled the screen. "These are from our internal servers," she said. Ryan used his credentials to access restricted data during the night of the breach. He rerouted permissions and deleted records afterward. He was the entry point. Nathan stared at the evidence in silence. "Are you absolutely sure?" "Yes, I double-checked the metadata." He tried to hide it, but not well enough. Nathan rose, slowly pacing the room. "If this leaks, we'll lose investors again. The board will panic. The press will eat us alive." "Then we don't leak it yet," Lucy said. "We let him think he's still safe. Give me time to trace who he's working for." Nathan stopped and looked at her, admiration mingled with concern. "That's dangerous." She smiled faintly. "So was trusting me the first night." "But you did." Over the next few days, Lucy played a silent game of cat and mouse. She shadowed Ryan's activity, setting up decoy systems that mimicked valuable databases. Every keystroke he made revealed more about his methods. She barely slept. The more she uncovered, the clearer it became that Ryan wasn't working alone. Someone above him had orchestrated the entire attack. Late one night, as she prepared to leave, her phone buzzed. An unknown number flashed on the screen. The message read, "Stop digging or you'll regret it." Lucy froze. Her reflection stared back from the dark window, calm but defiant. She forwarded the message to Nathan and locked her phone. When he called seconds later, his voice was sharp. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine," she said. "But this proves we're close." He exhaled slowly. "Then we stay ahead of them." The next morning, Lucy arrived early. In the parking garage, she noticed something strange, a small black device under her car bumper. She crouched down. A GPS tracker. Her chest tightened. Whoever was behind this knew where she lived, where she went, every move she made. She brought it straight to Nathan's office. He stared at it, horrified. "We need to call the police." "Not yet," she said firmly. "If we alert them, the people behind this will vanish. Let's make them think I'm still unaware." "You're turning this into a trap," he realized. She nodded. "Exactly." That night, they stayed in the building long after everyone else had gone. Lucy worked at her desk pretending to be absorbed in a dummy file filled with fake data. Nathan waited in his darkened office, watching through the glass walls. The tension was suffocating. Then at 11:40 p.m., the security cameras flickered. Someone was inside. The office door creaked open. Ryan Campbell stepped in, clutching a folder. "Lucy," he said, his tone too casual. "Working late again?" "Always," she replied, not turning around. "And you just retrieving something I left behind." He approached the desk slowly, his reflection hovering behind her on the screen. "You've made quite a name for yourself, haven't you?" The CEO's new favorite. "I'm just doing my job," she said calmly. "Funny," he said. "Your job seems to involve digging into mine." He reached for her computer mouse. "Don't touch that," she warned quietly. At that moment, the light snapped on. Nathan stepped out of the shadows. "It's over, Ryan." Ryan froze, eyes darting between them. "You think you know what's going on? You have no idea. Meridian sold its soul years ago to people who don't care what burns as long as they profit." "You mean Neuroline Systems," Lucy said, watching his face. His silence confirmed everything. "They paid you to destroy us." Ryan laughed bitterly. "Destroy, no. Expose. You're both pawns. You'll see soon enough." He shoved the folder into Nathan's chest and stormed out. Security gave chase, but by the time they reached the elevator, he was gone. The cameras went dark seconds later. Lucy clenched her fists. He knew how to kill the feeds. Nathan exhaled. "We'll find him. We have to." At dawn, Lucy's code traced a digital trail, encrypted transfers leading to an anonymous firm in California. She looked up at Nathan. "This is bigger than Ryan. Neuroline's buying people inside our company, maybe even our investors. They want to take over from within." Nathan rubbed his temples. "So what now? We expose them," she said. "But on our terms." He studied her for a long moment. "You realize this could destroy both of us." She smiled softly. "Or it could finally set things right." Outside, the New York skyline began to glow with the first light of morning. They stood there in the silence of the server room, surrounded by the hum of machines and the faint echo of trust rebuilding itself in the most unlikely way. Nathan reached for her shoulder. "Lucy, whatever happens next, I need you to know I trust you." Her voice barely rose above a whisper. "Then let's make sure that trust is worth it." Do you think Nathan was right to trust Lucy completely after everything that's happened? The following week, Meridian Global Systems appeared calm on the surface, but Nathan and Lucy knew the storm was far from over. Ryan Campbell had vanished, and every trace they followed led back to Neuroline Systems, the same rival company now aggressively bidding for Meridian's clients. The board demanded answers, the media speculated about internal corruption, and Nathan's faith in his people wavered. Only Lucy remained steady, her mind razor-sharp despite sleepless nights. One evening, Lucy was reviewing encrypted communications when she spotted something, a familiar signature hidden deep inside the network. "It's Valeria Stone," she whispered, realizing the chief financial officer had been involved all along. She was funneling confidential data to Neuroline through an external consulting firm called North Park. Lucy immediately alerted Nathan. "She's the one who kept the door open for them?" Lucy said, her voice cold. Nathan froze. "Valerie. I've known her for years. She's been with me since the beginning." "That's what makes it so dangerous," Lucy replied. "No one suspects loyalty until it turns into betrayal." Nathan agreed to confront her, but Lucy insisted they gather evidence first. For 3 days, she built a digital trap, an isolated server that mimicked Meridian's financial system, filled with decoy files and trackers.